Check, check. Looks like we're good. All right, let's let some people get in here real quick. Alrighty. How is this still getting... What's going on, guys? What is going on? What is going on? One second, guys. Charles, my day was good. My day was good. How about you? Just like to see if you were here and your notifications popped up. Nice, MK. What's going on, Misty? I'm doing well. Hope you're doing well too. You know, we have technically two here. Let's go into severe weather categorical. We've got general thunderstorm watches out here. We do have a marginal severe weather, marginal severe weather risk zone out here, and a slight. We're not seeing much out of these storms right now. It's pretty weak. I mean, we have one alert right now. This thing is looking like a dud. Not bad. Glad to hear it, Charles. Nice. All right. We're all doing good. Glad to hear it. From my kid. Throughout the day, I was watching the weather predictions, and they have been getting more and more minor by the hour. Current at 15% chance at 1 a.m. I told you I wasn't worried. Yeah, we haven't really seen much uptrending on anything. This has been not much. Matt's been on covering this, and I spoke to him on the phone while he was on stream when I was on the way back from the gym, and he said not much has gone up here up there today, so that's good. You got a big soaking rain though down here in Houston. It's general thunderstorm though because there's not a crazy amount of instability. Now things of course get interesting as we get into so there's not much going on around right here. So let's switch back over to pivotal weather and I'll start answering your questions. And we can start looking at what kind of up and down trends we've been seeing for this upcoming weekend event that's supposed to actually be significant. So with our models, let's go to our day 2. This is our outlook tomorrow, guys. I'll get to chat in a second. So marginal to slight over portions of Illinois, Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas, Missouri. And then you do have that slight between Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas, Missouri right in there. And then that slight down there in southern Texas. So tomorrow things could start to get a little more active. A little bit of a 2% tornado chance too. A wind and a hail threat, obviously, with this as well. Day 3 outlook. This is going to be your Friday, Saturday. Some marginal general thunderstorms everywhere. It's going to be stormy everywhere. And then again, remember we talked, guys. I said I thought that this slight would reach down to Houston. We did. We did see, because originally this slight was up here. And I said, what's it doing? It did. Remember we were going like this? It reached down to Houston now. So Houston's in that 15%. I call it a slight because it's yellow, but Houston's in that 15% just on the border here. And I'm still kind of torn on this. This area up here is still looking pretty decent with this event. We saw this 15% risk expand. Originally, this was more of like this. So we've seen this expand all the way down into, southern Louisiana and then up, almost up to southern Jersey as well. So what do we have with our NAM? How far is our NAM seeing out right now? Really quickly before I get to chat, I just want to see some of this. SBC downgraded. Yeah, they did. Well, yeah, it was upgraded because originally it was a 2%. They upgraded it to a 5, and then like hours later they downgraded it back to a 2. If you haven't gotten the hail, you might not get it. There are some pretty major downtrends in the Pacific Northwest event today. You weren't having as significant updrafts, I think, as we thought. You may get. Not shock. I mean, it's not shocking. It's tough to get those. It's tough to get, strong tornadoes and big hail up there. But they did think gorilla hail was possible. We'll have to see if some areas did see some gorilla hail. There's definitely some hail that fell up there today, but we'll have to see how big it was and where it was exactly. All right, so let me quickly go and take a look at my SigTor param on the NAM before we get started. Yeah, not bad up here. Not bad up here Saturday night into Friday morning up in this region. Not bad at all. Right here. A little bit. This is going to be Friday. Yeah. This is going to be Friday as well down here in southern Texas. A little bit of SigTor there. And then here we go. Here we go as we get into Saturday night into Sunday. We start to see a little bit of a significant tornado threat through this region. And we don't have our short range reaching all the way out into Sunday yet, but I did want to show you guys a few quick updates. Give me 2 more minutes. A few quick updates with our dew points. Dew points still looking okay. This is the timing. As soon as you see this stuff start to right here, this is the timing. Probably where we could see the worst severe weather. This would be Sunday evening, where we could see the worst severe weather really through this area. Dew points are okay. They're a little bit low up there in Indiana and Ohio. They're really, really nice down here. Let's take a look. Our mid-level jet isn't doing too much. It's doing enough, though. It's doing enough for severe weather. Our low-level jet, however, is packing a little bit of a punch here. Sunday evening. Let's circle the area of concern here, right here. We're going to have all the other conditions. We're going to have Cape here. We're going to have high enough dew points. Okay, that's not an issue. We're going to have instability. We are going to have instability. We can actually take a look at that in a second. But this low level wind shear. That's important. You can actually take a look. You can take a look at your wind shear on here. You can go to. Let me go to. Is it going to show me in the Euro? Lapse rate. Just pretend that this is your instability. This is a parcel of air that should be warmer than the environment around it. This is your lapse rate. So let me exit out of here. So that's instability. So again, that area right here still could see something significant in here. And you could see something down here as well. I think it's more of a wind and hail threat down here and then a significant tornado threat up here. Anyways, let me go to chat. Let's talk, chat. Connor, do you do storm chasing? I think it would be awesome. I don't know if my wife would be too happy if I did storm chasing. One of these days I'm going to do it with Matt. I'll do it. You know, I'm about to have my second kid. um, I'll I'll do it for some. I would do some local storm chasing if it's you know, I'm not going to storm chase on a high, on a high risk day. Let's just say that. But maybe in the future on a lower. Yeah, you know, I got a family to think about now. You had to ask me that 10 years ago. I was like, yeah, I thought I would for sure do some storm chasing, but I got other people to think about. I mean, I'm not scared of tornadoes at all. I've been in hurricanes and I've been through a tornado. I'm petrified of lightning. I don't know why I have such a phobia of lightning, but when there's thunderstorms happening, I'm like, I got to get in a car or indoors. Guys, if you are not grounded when a lightning bolt hits you, you will turn to dust. You'll be evaporated. You'll evaporate into dust. The face of a lightning bolt, this is a fact, the face of a lightning bolt is hotter than the surface of the sun. Okay? So you're getting struck by heat that is equivalent or hotter than the surface of the sun. Yeah, I don't like it. Okay? Tornadoes, I'm good with. I mean, maybe EF2 minus, but tornadoes, whatever. Lightning, that scares me. You could get struck by lightning, and there could be clear skies over you. You can get struck by lightning from a storm that's up to 10 miles away, by the way. Not scary, guys, but... And I grew up in Florida, so there was lightning outside every single day of my life. There's thunderstorms with lightning every single day. I'd say 360 out of 365 days a year, there's a thunderstorm with lightning. Lightning hit our house a few years ago and fried every outlet. Oh, God, it's terrible, yeah. You gotta get those grounders to put stuff in. Yeah, it's my worst nightmare. Yeah, family first, yeah. You're not alone, yeah. Nothing, no weather events. I'm not scared of any weather events other than lightning. Do you think it's going to be bad in Georgia this weekend? Let's take a look at how this is playing out on our latest Euro. Guys, we're going to get into the short range models tomorrow, especially tomorrow evening. Tomorrow evening, we're going to get short range models, and we'll have much better data for this big Sunday and Monday event. So we're still on globals, which is annoying. You know, central to northwestern Georgia, so including the Atlanta metro, you could see some QLCS tornadoes out of this, some large hail wind. As we're looking at it right now, let's take a look at what our... Let's get a sounding out here. Let's get a sounding out here. Forecast cape, not much surface cape. That's not too impressive of a sounding. Let's see what we got. See if there's any decent soundings for around Atlanta. Good low level shear. Good low level helicity. About 1,000 milligram or joules per kilogram. 1,000 joules per kilogram surface cape. You've almost got a 1.0 sig tour there. So yeah, Sunday, Monday, we're super early in the morning. Things could get a little dicey. Things could get a little dicey. Oh, what do we got? Let me check here. I'm just trying to see. Yeah, nothing. It's not looking too crazy for Georgia right now, but it's still looking like wind hail tornadoes are possible, but they'd probably be weaker tornadoes. But, you know, we're going to see things move around a lot, especially as we get into our short range. So we'll have to see if this uptrends or downtrends. There's a chance there's a big uptrend or a big downtrend. Sassy NTX, it's swoosh, Christine, what's going on? Henry, I appreciate that. Henry with the 130 roses. What just happened? What was that? Oh. Okay. There's nothing going on Radar Omega. I don't know why we had that sound. All right. PNW, we've got, you've got a lot of thunderstorms up there. This really was a downtrend. And I'm watching the radar. There's zero severe weather. There's zero severe thunderstorm watch or warnings. Zero tornado warnings. It's been a Yeah, it's been. I mean, I would say not a disappointment if you don't want to see severe weather, but for someone who wanted some severe weather up there, it's been a disappointment. It was a flop today. Rain wind forecast for Western North Carolina. The fires are getting scary. Well, that's a lot of rain for you guys. This is Sunday afternoon, so this is going to be a lot of rain back to back here. So if we look at our quantitative precipitation forecast, here we go. Yeah, couple inches is coming for North Carolina over the weekend. Let's see here. No problem. Grand Rapids snow prediction. Let's take a look at our latest. It's my son. Let's take a look at our latest Kuchera snowfall model. She probably turned off Paw Patrol. Some snow moving through at the end of the weekend and into Monday. We're not seeing big totals anywhere through, at least on the Euro. Through Michigan, couple to a few inches through central Michigan, really. Yeah, Grand Rapids, and maybe you get 3 on the high end. Hey, is San Francisco gonna have storms this weekend? Whoa. Hannah with the Galaxy. Hannah, I appreciate you. Thank you, Hannah. Thank you, Hannah. I appreciate that. San Francisco's getting a lot of soaking rain. It's not looking like you're going to get much severe weather, but yes, at the end of this run here, I will tell you, as we get into Monday, you have some back-to-back pretty heavy storms and you have some troughing where this could be a lot of snow into portions of central to northern California at elevation. You guys over the next 5 days are going to see a ton of rain and snowfall out there in central to northern California. A lot. Probably some nice winds as well. Yeah, Houston's nothing going on down there tonight. We've got no watches or warnings, just a lot of strong thunderstorms, but nothing severe. Tomorrow we could although those are actually off to your south and west, though. Tomorrow we could see maybe something severe in and around Houston. Still might be off to your southwest, though. Still might be off to your southwest. 1 second, guys. Central Illinois, I'll talk about that 1 second. Let me see here. Erica, what's going on? Yeah, we'll talk about South Florida. Again, looking at our risk days. So, I mean, you've got a little general thunder down in South Florida today, but we're not seeing any severe weather in South Florida over the next week, at least not yet predicted from the SPC. Rainfall wise, we could get some general thunderstorms down there, but you can see here pushing into Sunday afternoon, into Monday morning. You could get some pretty strong thunderstorms down there in Florida, but nothing severe. Nothing severe for you guys. Future, I appreciate you. We'll have to see. We could overperform in portions of Indiana, central to southern and Indiana and central to southern Illinois. It's depending on how this. We keep seeing this like question mark QLCS setting up. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens there. Let me take a sounding out here. $1,700 surface cape. I mean, you could get. I don't know if you're going to see an EF2 plus up here. It's not impossible though. On Sunday to get an EF2 plus up here. I'd say you're more likely EF0, EF1s up in Illinois, Indiana, but It's not impossible to see EF2 Sunday afternoon up there. So we are also watching this event right here, Thursday into Friday. So that's this right here. Let's go over to our 4-panel. So this is Thursday into Friday. We've got a little bit of a tornado risk right through here. Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas, Missouri. But we do have a categorical marginal risk through most of Illinois. So this can mean some decent sized hail. I mean, it's really the risk zone is really for the hail potential, not much more. Hail and strong thunderstorms. Our Sunday, you are in the 15%. You know, this could expand out. We could see it enhanced through central and southern Illinois and Indiana as well. We could see that upgraded to an enhanced. We're going to get our short ranges tomorrow in this, and the SBC, I think, is going to go crazy on some of these changes. I do think so. South Georgia. I mean, yeah, you've got your Monday and Tuesday risk. So, this is probably, if anything, I do think this will go enhanced as well. I think this will go enhanced somewhere through here. So, that'll come with tornado wind and hail chances Monday into Tuesday. Again, we want to get into these short range models. I hate taking too much off of these globals because you see all your major up and down trends within once you're within 72 hours of the severe weather event. This is pivotal weather. Do I think Ohio will be enhanced? Southwestern Ohio may go enhanced Sunday afternoon. A lot of the snow wants to stay north of Minneapolis. It's not impossible. It tracks a little bit south, but right now it looks like it's going to stay north. What's going on, Lisa? Juju, I appreciate you. Okay, might in the enhanced. Indy going to go enhanced. Yeah, there's potential there as well. There is potential for Indy to go enhanced as well. You got a favorite MLB team or nah? I'm a Yankees fan. I'm Giants Yankees. If I'm being honest though, like I grew up a Marlins and a Yankees fan because like my dad, I was a fan of all my dad's sports teams. So growing up, like he grew up in Connecticut and then worked in New York. So he was like Giants, Yankees. Well, those were his two big teams. And then he liked the Knicks, but I grew up liking the Miami Heat because I was in South Florida. And I liked the Marlins because I was in South Florida, but I like the Dolphins too. But I'd say my main football is Giants, and then baseball's Yankees. Although, honestly, I've never cared that much about baseball. Like, I watch once like the playoffs start, I get really interested in it. But the regular season is just so boring to me. Like, it's just so boring to me. My two favorite sports to watch are football and hockey, and then probably basketball. I think the NBA used to be more fun to watch when I was younger. It's just such a soft sport now, and everyone's just shooting up threes nonstop. It's a weird game. I grew up playing ice hockey, though, so that's why I love hockey. All right. Twins taking the World Series? Well, yeah, my wife's a big Twins fan. She's from Minnesota. Could Long Island get severe weather? Long Island will have a potential. You'll probably be in a marginal on this upcoming Monday gaming. What's going on, dude? Look at the end of the Euro 850 millibar temp anomalies. On the 18Z. What for the Northeast? That? Or on the 12Z? That's crazy. That's crazy. That would set up a massive severe weather event too, by the way. That's crazy, actually. One second. Let me look into this. Let me look at what the actual surface temperature anomaly would be there. Holy crap. What is the Euro doing here? I don't know about the Wolves this year. I don't think they're making it. Holy crap. Yeah, the Euro brings snow into Oklahoma April 9th and northern Texas. Can you imagine? And St. Louis. Can you imagine? That's not going to happen. But wow, that's a crazy look from the Euro there. We're not going to entertain that right now. What are the okay, one more thing. I want to see what those wind chills are at the end of that run there. Are you kidding me? This is in the second week of April. We've got a freezing wind chill line down here. Yeah, it's probably not going to happen, guys. But that is a wild run from the Euro. There would be all sorts of records broken there. All sorts of records. Okay. What about wait 1 second. What about Northwest Georgia? Northwest Georgia has a much higher chance of seeing severe weather or more significant severe weather, I think, than Southeastern. We're on the line for both Sunday and Monday. Yeah, you guys could go enhanced on one of the days. Janelle, I appreciate you. Have a good night, Misty. I probably missed you, but let's see here. Do you think Long Island gaming can be in severe weather or at least yeah, it could. Did you see the GFS has 2 nor'easter type looks in the 18Z? No way. Let's look. Sort of. This would be close, but there's no cold air. Yeah, there's some interesting, really cold shots of air that still want to push down here, guys. This is pivotal weather. Southwest. Let's see. It's a website. Southwest Colorado snow next week. You guys are gonna have a like high elevation Rockies. You guys are gonna have some decent stuff moving through, especially out here Monday to Wednesday. We'll have to watch these two systems here. You could get some snow in some decent snow in southwestern Ohio with Colorado with those. I don't know why I said Ohio. Let's be real; these models keep overdoing it. The Euro tends to underdo it. If anything, the GFS will overdo it a lot. One thing the Euro underdoes that I notice a lot is the Euro underdoes cape a lot. So, although the Euro has some pretty good cape on this event, I don't think it's underdoing this cape. I think it's doing pretty well with this cape here. Let's see what the GFS has. I know which models overdo, underdo, which parameters, and I'm always aware of that when I'm making my videos and telling you guys what I think is going to happen. I don't look at anything baseline. I take the knowledge of having seen these thousands of times and knowing what's actually happened and what hasn't and what models do what good, You can't take you got to know how to read these models. You can't take everything you see at face value. Different models have different strengths. And there's a combination of things. I just don't think it's even possible for snow in Texas at this time of year. I mean, it's snowed in Texas in April plenty of times before. Maybe not in our recent memory, but you can go back and see times it's snowed. I wonder. Let's see. – 2007. Got 4 inches of snow. April 7th, 4 inches of snow in Texas. Crockett to Grovetown. Yeah, 4 inches of snow, April 7th. That's a while ago, though. That is a while ago. That is a while. 1 second. Wow. 1983, 17 inches of snow fell in El Paso, Texas. In April. 17 inches of snow. Huh. You guys have about a 5% chance of snow in Texas each year. Historically, it's about a 5% chance each year. Interesting. All right. I always go off on tangents. Are you happy? It's going to most likely be in the mid 70s to low 80s Saturday. I am very happy. I'm going to go out and get a tan. I have yard work I need to do. Cleaning up and stuff. And I'll take my shirt off and get a tan since I've been, I have my winter pale skin. I'll probably burn when the sun touches my skin on Saturday. This is Pivotal Weather is the site. Yeah, Nashville, I'd be very weather alert Sunday, beginning Sunday afternoon, but especially into Sunday evening and late Sunday. This is our main area of concern right there, which, we would put Nashville in there. Ain't nothing going to happen in Washington. Well, we have already talked about it. Washington has been a big flop today. There were the HRRR yesterday, as early as yesterday, the reflectivity in the tornado and the SIGTOR params were looking pretty okay. They weren't looking like you guys were going to have a massive tornado outbreak or anything like that, but it was looking like a couple spin-ups were possible and some very big hail. And a big issue, and this is what Matt talked about with me, he thinks a big issue was the dew points didn't get to where they needed to be. If your dew points aren't high enough, you're not having as much latent heat, released as that moisture rises and condenses. And that's the fuel for the thunderstorm. So there wasn't enough fuel. They thought the dew points would be a little higher. There'd be a little more saturation, a little more latent heat release. Those dew points ended up being slightly lower than projected. And that right there just crushes your chance for the big severe weather. But you guys should be happy about that. Gulf lows are the most surprising. Hence, Florida's EF2 tornadoes. Florida's EF2 tornado last Gulf low. Well, Florida rarely gets strong tornadoes. Florida rarely ever gets EF2 plus tornadoes. Every now and then they do, though. They did with that, hurricane. They got a bunch. You just don't have the same amount of cape. You don't have these cold and warm air bounds clashing or this moist and dry air. It's all moist air down there. And it's mostly warm. There's not a lot of cold. So you don't have a lot of, opposite boundaries colliding. So when you do get spin ups down there, it's more of just a day, heating effect. A dew point and heating effect. You're typically not going to see big tornadoes down there in Florida, but you do see a lot of weak ones. Will there be any more cold weather in Florida? There might be. There might be one more little push here, but we can look at our temperature anomalies here really quickly moving forward. We do have a decent cool down coming there. Your winter's over. You can see the Euro out here wants to bring some cold temperatures back down into Florida. Wants to bring it down 11 to 15 degrees below average out here April 8th and 9th. But we'll see if that holds or not. We'll see if that holds. That's a little bit too far out to know for sure. Yeah, Nashville, Tennessee for Sunday. All I can say is you guys will, I think. I would almost guarantee, I'm not going to guarantee, but I think you guys are very likely to be in an enhanced. We'll see about moderate. but I think it enhanced. So you'll want to have weather alerts Sunday evening, late afternoon to Sunday evening. Right now, that's the timing. We'll see if the storm speeds up or slows down a little bit. They always do. Can you look at the weekend of the April 4th, northern Arizona? Heard some snow is coming. Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about that. That's far out, though. So no one knows if snow is coming April 4th. We're talking about over 200 hours out. These models aren't that accurate. It's possible. The Euro sees some. I think it's more likely. Yeah, that's just very far out. I think if you're going to get any, it's going to be more likely from the 31st through the 2nd of April. That's just more realistic, more of a realistic chance. I have a question about Southwest Indiana. Do you think we'll be active Sunday? Yeah, I do. Yeah, you're in one of the concern areas. Yes, I do. I think you'll be active Sunday. I do think hail and significant tornadoes are possible in that region. So we'll see. We'll see how things change. But as of now, with the latest data we have, I do think so. I know so. Pretty sure I missed how Oklahoma City and eastward looks Saturday and Saturday night. Let's go to our day. What is this? Our day 4, day 5. Let's put out to our day 3. Let me go to this overview here. So this is what's currently going on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So Oklahoma's looking like General Thunder. We can take a look at the latest. Let's go to the latest Euro. You've got rain showers. Moving over you guys. Nothing significant. We have to watch where this forms. We have to watch where this QLCS forms here on Sunday afternoon, because we could see this shift west, and if it does, OKC could get involved. So I wouldn't say OKC's out of the water on Sunday or late Saturday, but for right now, you guys look like you're safe. Yes, Casey, I do. Cincinnati, Ohio for Sunday. It's another area that could see enhanced. Could see enhanced Sunday. So there's a little bit of SIGTOR potential up there. There is a little bit of SIGTOR potential up there on Sunday. You're already in that 15% risk. I want the short range tomorrow night, because then I'll make my opinion if I think we're going to see an uptrend or downtrend on this. It looks like it doesn't look like a weak event. It doesn't look like just like a minor severe weather event. It also doesn't look like a major tornado outbreak type scary severe weather event. I'm not seeing like a big pop-up of discrete cells. I'm not seeing a super strong jet. I'm not seeing crazy high dew points. The Cape is the only thing that looks really impressive. But some of this stuff changes at the last second. So sometimes these lows just get a little bit deeper and dig a little bit farther than we expect, and then you get a much larger trough ejection. So Louisville, if there's going to be a moderate, Louisville might even be in that moderate, but we'll see. Little Rock, Arkansas, Saturday. Yeah, you guys got a little bit of let's go into our. You guys are in that 2%. Just to the south, you is that 2%. Tornado risk. We'll see. This could expand for Saturday. We'll watch this. You guys are right on the boundary of this. This could expand, so I would watch Saturday. The timing of that, let's see. When these storms start to fire up, you see the severe weather's a little bit down here to the south as we get into Saturday morning. What the Euro wants to do is put a lot of soaking rain into Little Rock, and you're gonna have rain cooled air, and that's gonna stop you from getting too high of instability, and that's gonna kind of save you from this severe weather that's heading your direction. So if that does play out like that, and you get these this kind of soaking rain before some of this more severe weather from the south begins to make its way up to the northeast, you'll probably end up just seeing some thunderstorms in there. That's what the Euro is expecting, at least of now. 1 second, guys. One second. Dallas tornadoes. There's just so much going on. Look at there's severe weather 5 of the next 6 days. You got Dallas isn't in anything but general thunder, so I'm not too concerned with Dallas right now. Dallas is going to get some rain. There's no real setup that brings any severe weather into Dallas. It's all out to your north and east. This is on Pivotal Weather. You can access a lot of this stuff on here. Yeah, things are going to start to get active right around St. Louis. So St. Louis is a big question mark. Speaking of question marks, look at this question mark. St. Louis is a big question mark because we're going to see this storm speed up or slow down a little bit in the next 24 to 48 hours when we get to these short ranges. And if it slows down a little bit, St. Louis suddenly, we're going to see this risk zone shift to the west. And then on Sunday, St. Louis is going to be one of our bigger targets potentially for bad tornadoes. So the timing of this is very important for St. Louis because if it stays on its track or speeds up, St. Louis is not even going to have any severe weather to worry about. So it's going to be a close call with you guys. A call that I'm not willing to make yet because I know these things change at the last second with the timing. South Central Minnesota. You guys don't have too much to worry about. Mixing and ice in Central, I still think that's a lot of that's just going to be rain and general thunderstorms. And some gusty conditions. I mean, 997 low isn't anything crazy, but yeah, Saturday night into Sunday morning, conditions aren't going to be very nice, but severe weather, I don't think we really have to worry about with you guys. Why is this thing giving me a headache today? I might take this off because we have nothing going on severe weather-wise right now. We really don't. I was listening for alerts, and I'm like, there's nothing going on. The PNW, we're down in southern Texas right now on the radar. Anything Thursday for Kansas? Well, let's take a look. A little bit of northeastern Kansas is in a slight. So let's go into categorical for tomorrow. We've got northeastern Kansas in a marginal and slight risk. We can push this over to our tornado threat. That's just going to be up in northeastern Kansas. A little bit of a hail threat and wind threat for you guys up in northeastern Kansas as well. This isn't looking super severe, but if you're up in the northeastern region, I would expand this down to here just to be safe. You want to have a way to get weather alerts. It's just going to be these concern me a little bit because these are like discrete cells. Again, you guys know I don't like this discrete cells. When we start seeing these move through, they have a lot of area for inflow, and you can get a random tornado on the ground. So, but it's not a very big event. Saturday is supposed to be really bad for Kansas. You think so? You think so? I don't know. I don't know. What's going on with this page? Let's take a look at Saturday for Kansas. All right. Saturday night, start to get a little cape. Let's see what our I mean, a tornado hail possible. Very bad. I wouldn't say very bad. Saturday night for Kansas. You think if the cap breaks? Well, it's broken here. Actually, it's not quite broken here. Let's take a look here. Let me take a look here. 1 second. Yeah, it's not broken there. Still 1200 surface cape. Your surface level shear and helicity is okay. Yeah, I mean, this isn't a terrible looking sounding for 9 p.m. 9 p.m. on Saturday in southeastern Kansas. You could get a SIG tour out of that. Not the most impressive sounding I've ever seen, though. I would hope that would downtrend, though. If it uptrends, it could be bad. Southwest Missouri this weekend. Southwest, well, I'm more concerned with Southeast Missouri. I mean, it's hard, guys, because there's so much severe weather happening each day, and it's just kind of one after another. There's nothing that looks super, super scary right now. The one thing I would say that I'm really paying attention to is that Sunday evening through this region here. This is a region to watch Sunday evening. I would include southeastern Missouri in that. Southwestern Missouri, not expecting any sort of big severe weather outbreak or anything like that. More general thunderstorms. Not impossible to get a spin up though on Saturday night into Sunday morning. Do you think there will be another 1 to 2 snowstorms anywhere in the next few weeks? Well, there's going to continue to be some up north and in the Rockies out west. Nothing probably significant down into mid latitudes. Or down into central U.S. Reed was talking about how the plains are get about 2 weeks of storms. Yeah. Well, we were talking about that. So let's take a look at the Euro 12Z. We've got 4 of the next 5 days. Severe weather potential, or 5 of the next 6 days, severe weather potential. We've got here, another one there, another severe potential there. This could be a very big, this right here out as we get into, this is a big concern for me. And I've been talking about this for a few days. As we get the 2nd through the 4th, this could be a moderate high type of event. Hopefully not. That looks scary just based off the reflectivity. And this would be a big event too for the East Coast severe weather event. You can see them all moving through the central plains. You got 1, 2, and then this would actually be out east. So I don't know. I would say this is something we really need to watch, though. This could be a big one. This would be a huge snowstorm for Minneapolis as well. Next Wednesday. This could be just a monster event next Wednesday. I talked about that in my last stream. When I was saying I almost want to look ahead to this time period because this right here looks like a serious system. Let me take a look at some of the other parameters around this next week. Dew points much better than the dew points we're seeing now with this system. Oh yeah. And then let's take a look at I bet you our jet is cranking there too. Oh my gosh. Next Wednesday, this would be a moderate. This would have potential to be a high if we continue to see this trend. This would be a serious. That is a crazy low level jet. Holy smokes. I don't even want to know what the 500 looks like. Let's see. Look at that. Oh my gosh. 125 knot, 150 mile per hour winds in the mid levels. This is going to be something to talk about. We'll see if that holds. Does the GFS see something similar next week? It does. Well, no, because we're talking about this time frame. The GFS doesn't agree at all. The GFS doesn't agree at all. Interesting. It has it a little farther out. That's what it is. The GFS has it happening like 48 hours later. Let's look at the Canadian. The Canadian agrees with the euro. Look at that. Low level jet. The Canadian agrees with the euro for next week. So that's a little bit of model consensus there. There's the mid-level. All right. That's going to be interesting. Keep your eye in the middle of next week to the end of it. That type of look is what everyone wonders if you get a high out of. If you guys don't know what a high risk, 5 out of 5. That's what can cause a serious tornado outbreak. Will Pittsburgh be included in the risk or no? Because I see we are close. You may be. I think you'll be included in a marginal. We'll see if you get into the slight, Charles. Yeah, Jackie. If you get put in a high risk zone, they're pretty rare, but that's as high of a severe risk as you can get. It's a 5 out of 5 severe risk. Can you tell me what I can watch or do to make my Radar Omega set up like yours? I should just do a video. I should do a video on that. Because I'd have to go into a lot. I'll think about putting a video to that because it would take a while to explain. I'd want to go through each of the settings. Yeah, I'll do a video on my Radar Omega so you guys know what's going on. Yeah. I can click on Chaser's feeds and everything. Yeah. Let's see. That's just going down to Cyclone Port. So we can see. Did we have a chaser up here? It looked like we did. Here he is. He's up there chasing. He's probably really disappointed. We got our severe. Let's look at our day 2 threat. There's our day 2 threat tomorrow. I'll make a video on it. Don't worry. Not a problem. Okay. Did you see earlier that what's going on, Santi? There was a significant hail tag. Was there? Yeah, I was working at the gym when this thing kicked off up there in the Pacific Northwest. Georgia, Atlanta on Monday. What's it looking like? Sunday night into Monday morning. Well, I believe that's our timing for Atlanta. This isn't going to be as big of a threat as this is right here. So, yeah, this is more of a Monday morning event. And you're probably going to be in a slight. You could go enhanced Monday morning. Around 6 a.m. That's the timing that we currently have. That's going to adjust a little bit as we get closer. But hail and some weak tornadoes are possible. You could get an EF2 plus, but I don't think we're gonna have that. I don't think we're gonna have the parameters for that. But we'll have to see again. I want to see the short range models. I'm in the PNW and everything is chill. Yeah, it's just like some rainstorms right now. Yeah, like I said earlier, your guys' dew points didn't get as high as they were supposed to. Kind of ran out of fuel there. I appreciate the follow, whoever just followed. Appreciate the follows and subs, guys. When will Maryland start seeing consistent warm temps? At least not till the beginning of May, probably, with the pattern we have. Not at least to the beginning of May. What did you say, Maryland? Yeah, I would still say. Yeah. One second, guys. Un momento. Un momento, por favor. Okay. I need a mod for this chat. I'll mod it myself. Give me a second. Nebraska tomorrow with the supercell. You think so? Maybe out in eastern Nebraska. It's not impossible in eastern Nebraska to get a supercell. Not impossible. Eastern, maybe southeastern Nebraska. Could see a supercell or two. What's this Sunday? Because I heard it's going to be a bad storm. Sunday has potential to be bad. It's not looking super scary to me right now. Once we get to our short ranges and we can get into our convective outlook, day 2 convective outlook, we'll have more information. You know, I'm seeing, if I had to guess, 10 to 15 tornadoes. That's my guess for Sunday. We had 100. Remember, with that severe weather event 2 weeks ago or whatever it was. 10 to 15 is my guess right now. Some big hail and winds. But we'll see once we get into the short range. We'll see. Matt thinks this thing is going to uptrend. Me and Matt usually agree on everything. Matt thinks this Sunday event's going to uptrend. I still think it's going to downtrend. Well, the Northwest Washington, you guys had potential for very large hail and tornadoes today, even significant tornadoes. But you guys didn't end up getting you didn't have the dew points you needed. You didn't have some of the instability that you needed up there, and it hasn't been as crazy a day up there as we thought. So, but you are going to get some strong winds and a lot of precipitation over the next 24 hours. There's a low pressure system moving into the coast currently, so your weather's still going downhill as we move into tomorrow. St. Joseph's, Missouri. Where is that? St. Joseph's. Well, you're in the day 2 slight. Possibility of hail there. There's definitely a possibility of hail there tomorrow, but it's going to be isolated, meaning we're not expecting like a large band of hail over a big area. So not a lot of people are going to probably be affected by the hail, but a small isolated areas will. So I still don't think it's that bad. Not that bad a look for you. Yeah, no problem. When do you think Chicago will see consistent warm temperatures? Again, honestly, with Chicago, probably May. We have another cool down that wants to come through middle of April, a big cool down. How bad is it going to be south of San Antonio, Texas tomorrow? Kind of scared, not going to lie. I don't think your tornado chances, like I don't think you have a very... I'm not expecting a big outbreak of tornadoes. You could see a couple. I think hail and strong winds are more of a possibility. It's just a big cluster of moisture down there. Let's go look at our HRRR. Actually, this is for Texas tomorrow. So let's just go straight into our SIGTOR potential. You know, nothing wild on here. I would say I mean, nothing too crazy. Yeah, there's nothing. There's not much going on down here. Let's look at the surface cape. Even the surface cape, there's nothing crazy. I wouldn't be too worried. I wouldn't be too worried. If we go look at our 4-panel, you guys got a 2% tornado risk. Pretty low. You've got a slight on the hail. Nothing crazy. And a slight on the wind. Nothing crazy. 2 out of 5 risks. So it's going to be some disruption weather, but it's not going to... We're not looking at something that looks to be super destructive. There's always the potential of an overperformance with these type of events, so I would still have a way to get a weather alert, have a plan, but right now it's not looking too crazy. So just stay aware, you know. Thanks for doing you do. I know you put a lot of work into it. As for other nerd, this helps me. Yeah, Jackie, of course. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thanks for saying that. Next Wednesday storms, next week. I'm almost looking past this Sunday. Although I do think we will have some bad weather Sunday. But next week's storms look crazy. I have to live long enough to see it switch to release Wednesday. Is that when it releases? Look at the Cape on April 2nd. What on the Euro? Most unstable? Yeah, I haven't even looked at the Cape out there. Yeah. This is this is dicey stuff here. Oh my, this is dicey stuff. I mean, look at this Cape up through the coast too. Look at this is what's the most impressive to me. Seeing that out here. Good Lord. 4.06 torque potential right through Nashville next Wednesday evening. We'll see. You know, things are going to change. We'll see some adjustments. But yeah, next week looks pretty wild. Is beta good enough for Radar Omega? Yeah, beta does like most things. I had beta for a long time before I had alpha. I had beta for a long time. I would try out beta and see how you like it. I got alpha when I started doing content, basically. So, Alabama's going to have severe weather potential, Key. Severe weather potential Sunday night and a Monday morning. So, definitely, I think more of a Sunday evening, very late Sunday or very early Sunday or Monday morning. So, we'll get into the short ranges tomorrow. I should be able to use some of the short ranges tomorrow on my video, and we'll talk about it on live. We'll get a lot of details tomorrow. Southeast Missouri, what's up? What's Sunday? Well, Southeast Missouri. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you guys went into an enhanced. Well, we have to see the timing. The short ranges tomorrow and into Saturday, or into Friday, will help us get the timing of this event down. Because if this thing slows down a little bit, we could see a possible enhanced, maybe even a moderate through portions of, including into southeastern Missouri on Sunday. I mean, really, there is still potential to get a moderate in here, including southeastern Missouri. But right now, I think enhanced is more likely. I just haven't been seeing a huge uptrend. But yeah, I would say southeast Missouri is still in the SIG-TOR potential, significant tornado potential Sunday. I'll be stalking you and Matt. Just be safe. Kendra, that is perfectly fine with me. But like I said, if you make that video on your setup, yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll make that video. What I'll probably do too is, yeah, I'll make it. I'll try to get it out. I'll try to get it out before. I'll try to get it out in the next couple days. Yeah, I can do it. That won't be very difficult. Yeah, no problem. So Florida is done with the nice weather, and beginning our summer. It's gonna get pretty hot for a little bit in Florida. The Euro wants to bring another big cool down into Florida the second week of April, but that's very far out, and I think we might see that change. It shows a big collapse in polar jet second week of April, but we'll see. We'll see, guys. Dallas looks to miss a lot of the severe weather. There's a lot of severe weather forming to the southeast and north of Dallas. But again, and you can see what's happening here on the Euro 12Z. Next week, Dallas could be involved in multiple severe weather events. So I apologize if you already said this, but what do you think about Tacoma, Washington right now? You know, there's just not much going on in Washington. We have no thunderstorm warnings or anything. I think they've finally taken off the tornado chances. They still have the 2% there. It's just looking like general thunderstorms right now up there in Washington. And you guys are going to get a lot of rain and a lot of wind overnight. But and some high elevation snow. But your severe weather threats almost gone. Polar vortex is just looking warm. Big high pressure is built up there right now, Charles. It's not doing much. Yeah, it's looking pretty normal. Northern Kentucky this weekend looks like it may be an enhanced risk for Sunday or above. So I'd stay weather alert if you're there in Northern Kentucky. Don't tell me that I need my fan tonight. You could still see some hail in Seattle throughout the night. There's probably enough. You've probably got enough strong enough updrafts left somewhere there for hail, but it's not too bad. Lots of lightning and thunder right now. Yep, not surprised. All right, guys, I'm gonna get off for tonight. Things are gonna get interesting as we get into this weekend. So I'm gonna be trying to do longer streams Friday, Saturday, Sunday, as we get the short range models and as we get a lot of details on this potential major severe weather outbreak next week. We'll see. There's a possibility this uptrends for Sunday, and we end up seeing some sort of tornado outbreak on Sunday. Right now, I'm leaning towards it's going to downtrend. Matt's leaning towards an uptrend. It's going to be interesting. I will say the first 14 days of April looks to be extremely active, especially next week, Wednesday through Sunday. So there'll be a lot to talk about. I'm going to continue to post updates every day and stream every single night. So a little bit more. I stream a little bit more when these events are actually like going on. You know what I mean? So I'll probably be on a little bit more Friday to Saturday, or just Friday through Monday. But I appreciate all you, and everyone have a great night. I will post more updates on this tomorrow. I'll get that. I'll get a video done describing how I set up my Radar Omega, so you guys can do that as well. And I will see you guys later. Everyone have a great night. I appreciate you guys as well. Thanks for stopping on in here. Thanks to anyone who gifted, followed, subbed, and just was in here engaging with me, guys. Everyone have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Later, guys.